Mariner fans, welcome back to, dude, is this episode 49? I'm thinking it's episode 49.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I think it's episode number 49. So welcome to episode 49 of Monday Mojo. I'm Max Schwabi. I'm here with Chris Zweifel and our producer, Evan Barron. Christopher Soba decided to be lazy this weekend, and he's not joining us. He decided Vegas was a better time than recording on a Monday, so screw him. We'll do it live.
We'll do it
fucking man. We have a lot of good things to talk about this week because our road woes have seemingly come to an end. Or well, no, they're getting better. 3 straight series wins, right? And a lot of last minute come behind wins. Texas was a great series. Who else did we play this week? We played
Baltimore,
which thank God we didn't blow that. And then who's before Baltimore?
The Astros. And then we got to go back and see the Astros.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. So Astros was critical. Baltimore, I would have liked to sweep, but we know what Sobo would say about that. And Texas was critical too. So we've got the momentum shift that we were asking for last week. And we got some star-studded players, particularly a Eugenio Suárez.
Dude, he's been clutch. And that was our ninth come from behind victory. And it could have been 10 if you guys remember in Boston. Suarez with 2 outs hits one over the green monster. We ended up losing that game. But, I mean, in the 9th inning, right now, he's the guy that I would want up at the plate. And he hit a home run early in the game yesterday. And then he comes up and strokes a double into right field. And you see JP come all the way around from first to tie the game. That's just a gutty win. You're down 5-2 in the 9th. Shouldn't win those type of games, but that just gives you so much momentum going into Houston. And, talk about, I wanted a sweep in Baltimore. I'm going to be a little bit greedy. I just want to win the first game in Houston. But if we can get that going, you can start to see, you put these games together. If you somehow come home after Houston and you have a sweep and you're right back in this thing, you see what the Angels are doing. They've lost 11 games in a row, and it's not getting any easier for them. They have the Mets coming in. They have, I think they played the Yankees again. So they're going to be in their own way for a while because, it only gets tougher for them. If we can start, this has to be the point where we start to climb out of it. We were down early. We're starting to make our run. You can't go into Houston and get your butt kicked. And then you come home and we have another tough homestand with Boston and the Twins. You got to get this done on the road. One last series. Let's come home and keep all the positive vibes.
Yeah. And shit, I just whenever I think of the Twins, I just think of Buxton just like opening up a can of whoop ass on us. But that's for another day. But yeah, I think watching Suarez this week was I look at him. And we think about like those, like the key trade acquisitions we got in the offseason. And of course, we're thinking like Winker is going to be our top guy. Maybe Suarez is going to show up. But so far it seemed to be the other way around, which is nice. It's not nice, whatever. But Suarez at 3-bag, batting pretty much like batting 236, which is fairly good for what he's used to being seen doing. But just watching Ty France, JP's been slumping a little bit again, but Julio is on fire. We're in a good spot.
Shout out to Julio too for winning May Rookie AL or Rookie of the Year for that month.
Yeah.
It's just so fun to see him develop, as far as like, compared to Kelnick last year when he was going through his struggles, it's a mental thing. But with Julio, he's just stuck to his self. And despite, having some ups and downs, I think now you're really seeing him start to come in, and it's only going to take off from there. So it's awesome to see that.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the negatives, because we love talking about the negatives. I like talking about the negatives.
We got no Soba, so we can get a little more pessimistic.
We had a good week all overall. Came out on top. We're how many games under 500 now?
6.
Okay, yeah, 24-30, I think it is. Right when we thought we had Kyle Lewis back, he's on concussion protocol for how much longer? Do we know?
Yeah, he was supposed to be eligible for today's game, but service said that he's still dealing with some issues after the concussion. So he's going to stay where he is for now. And I think as you see, Mike Ford drop down.
Senior.
We're kind of shaking the lineup up, and when Lewis does come back, it'll look a little better. But for this first game in Houston, at least, we're going to be without Mr. Lewis.
Okay, so our outfield just looks like it usually has been then, right? No.
I'm hoping Justin Upton comes up pretty soon.
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to ask, man. Like when is that even happening?
They've said that Justin will let them know when he's ready. He's a pro, he's a veteran. He wasn't doing anything in the off season before we signed him.
So he's getting in his mid-season form. Okay.
He's kind of got to give them the call. Like, hey, you know what? I feel like myself again.
Yeah.
I feel like I can hit a baseball.
Dude, he's like, anyway. Yeah,
he almost would have an embarrassment of riches, if Lewis is back and you have Haniger coming back. It's like, I don't know where all these guys slot out. I mean, Haniger is going to be a tiny bit further down the line, but I'm thinking like, early July, you have Julio, you have Haniger back, Winker's still out there, you have Justin Upton, you have Kyle Lewis.
We got Kelenic, but I don't, just because of our riches in the outfield, I don't think, unless he really rakes down in minor league.
He's been kind of raking in
which he has been. I just think, I think they just want him to get down there and play baseball again and like start having fun, Yeah. It wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to rush him back up here this quick, and then you see him fall on his face again, and you're like, well, now we just have a pile of crap. Yeah,
I do know.
You do know.
Yeah, I don't know jack shit. Usually this is where Chris Silva comes in and he's like, he gives a hot take.
It's kind of nice not having that in the background, It's like you make a point and you can kind of just let the mic breathe for a second. But...
Yeah. That's so true. We did it, guys. There's no more hot takes. No, we don't care.
We got him out of here. No, I'm just joking.
Exactly.
Just joking, Chris.
No, we miss Chris. While we do some more research on the side, Evan Barron had a date this weekend.
I had 2 days this weekend. So Saturday and Sunday, because my work schedule, man, I get off at 11:30 Monday through Friday. So it's just, I'm always so limited to the weekends, but yeah, had some fun. Went to Flat Stick Pub and, who doesn't love mini golf and some beer. So it was fun.
Was it the one in SLU or was it
Kirkland? First time. Yeah, I was kind of deep.
Kirkland. I've been on a date out there.
It's a different, it's a trek out there, I realize, but it's a good vibe out there. It's just very different from Seattle, that's for sure.
Yeah, dude. No homeless.
So do you let her win, or what's the strategy there when you're playing mini golf?
I mean, I don't want to like shake her confidence, so I think I give her a few strokes, but at the same time, I'm trying to win as well. It's the mentality. Yeah.
Like, you're up 9 holes to nothing.
Can you imagine if like,
and you're just there, do you take your foot off the gas at that point?
Yeah, I think you got to, but can you imagine if like, I'm just like Tiger Woods out there and I'm just like I stick a putt and I just give a let's go, like a fist pump, or like just like right in her face, like
yeah, go up to her and be like, yeah, let's go.
At the end of the round, you take your hat off and shake her hand.
I've been around. I mean, my short game is shite, but I don't really do it. But I mean, there are some ladies out there with a good short game, or that are resourceful.
Pretty crucial to have a good short game in mini golf.
Yeah, you're telling me that I don't need a driver in mini golf.
Zweifel, were you able to get out on the course at all over the weekend? I know you're an avid golfer.
Yeah, 2 days in a row, and then I'm going today, so that'll be 3 in a row. Yeah, I was shooting some pretty good golf. It's hurting my pockets though.
Yeah.
It's like $70 every time you go.
Have you heard of Hole 3 down in what's it called? Down in Punta Mita? Have you heard of that course? Mexico? Oh, dude. I would look it up. My buddies when we were down in Mexico, it's like this, like it's like a really well-known hole, or like course in general, but there's this hole that goes out to this like little island. Sometimes when the tide is out, you're able to take like a little
boat,
but not even a boat, like a boat golf cart. It's like interchangeable.
Oh, that's cool.
It's you can even pay like, I don't know, like 500 pesos or like like $60 to go out there just to play that hole.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's sick as shit.
I mean, Coeur d'Alene has a floating island as well, floating green.
Yeah, I played that. Yeah. It's a very fun course.
And I want to get out there and play.
I recommend it. You get two attempts at the floating green, and it's so cool too. It's like an electric green, so they can it's like they can control it as far as whether to move it out, move it in, and then you take a boat to literally get out there. And you play with the caddy too, so it's legit. So definitely got to make it out there, Zweifel.
That's what I heard. Yeah, you have your own caddy, and he's but it costs about like what, $200 to play?
It depends on the season, but I was able to play for like about 130 or whatever, so it wasn't that bad. And then you get your own custom bag tag as well with like the island on it, so it's legit for sure. But hey, Max, I hear you're the best golfer on the podcast.
It's real funny, Evan. Choosing violence on a Monday morning.
I think that was violence against me.
I'm always positive on this podcast, Max. I was giving you a shout out.
Come on. Dude, I'm just saying, man, I know how to swing. Like, maybe it's not going to be accurate, but like, I've got a healthy swing. Just, I lack a couple of mechanics, and, that could be critical. I could hold my own. It's just, I don't have the patience to golf. But I want to give a shout out to Cam Breen, who did that floating hole 3 down in Punta Mita. He knows how to really shank a ball. So shout out to him. Hope you're doing well down in Breck.
What happened? He just shanked it in the water?
No, I wasn't with them. There were like a select few guys from our group that went golfing, but like, it's just like the thing is you go for 18, like especially in the summer, like Arizona or Mexico, like wherever the fuck, and like, I mean, that's your entire day, like you can't unless you're a real like king or queen, like you can't really bounce back from 18 holes in the direct sun.
Fair.
Yeah, so I don't know, like if and when I do play golf, which granted isn't much, I stick with 9. But that's just me. What else we got on the Mariners?
I was gonna say, let's get back to our boys, because this game today. So if you're we're recording on a Monday, it will also be dropping today. But if you're listening today, we are playing the Astros in the first game of 3. Robbie Ray is on the mound.
And shit. Yeah, I was going to bring him up. Right.
Robbie Ray and Jesse Winker have pretty much been in the same boat for me, which is the disappointing boat.
Yeah.
I actually, if you look at the metrics and the numbers on both these guys, we won't go into them. Their numbers are a little bit worse than their expected numbers. Expected ERA is an advanced metric, and Robbie Ray sits just over the median line for pitchers in the MLB. So he's been a little bit better than average expected ERA, but his real ERA is trash. And Winker is in kind of the same boat. But to Robbie Ray, if he can get off to a good start today and kind of get back to where we think he should have been when we signed him to that big deal, it gives us a chance to win the series. And it also, it might start something good for him, because if you go out again today and you keep struggling and then you come home and you have a hard series again, we're going to start to get into this thing, and it's going to be halfway through the season and he hasn't put together, one of those nice starts.
Yeah. I feel like if he reads the vibe of the ball club today, and he's like, it seems like everyone else is finally like, okay, let's get this shit figured out. Like you said, Zweifel, it's freaking June, it's time. And, I was watching something else from another clip that a buddy of mine sent me, and they got to talking about the Mariners, and they weren't counted out yet, but it's freaking go time. So I look at Robbie Ray, I personally am not too concerned. He has a bad inning each outing, and I think he needs to, if he can figure that out, or maybe we strategically go to our bullpen earlier, which hasn't been very promising either. But
yeah, I wouldn't recommend that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, but I look at Winker. Do you see? What's the worst case scenario with Jesse Winker? Would we use him as trade bait for the middle of the season?
No. He's a part of this rebuild and not rebuild, but he's a part of this going forward. What we want as a building a championship team. I don't know, man. I hate the whole it's early thing, but in a way, it's still a little bit early. I think we're playing around with him in the lineup, trying to find the right spot for him. He's now leading off, and the numbers have looked a little bit better. I still think he's been unlucky where, he's hitting the ball pretty hard. It's just he's hitting it in the gap, and a guy's running over there and catching it. And instead of a double or, instead of a ball off the fence, a guy's catching it and he's running back to the dugout. But I think his at-bats look good. You're up there watching him, and, he's very patient. He has one of the best eyes on the team. He definitely takes his walks. We need to see him get going, because that eventually just falls on deaf ears. It's like, I don't really care that you're unlucky. How, it doesn't matter. You're not producing for the team.
Yeah, completely.
But I'm looking here in the wild card. I know it's a little early. It's a little early to be doing this, but we're only 3 games out of the last spot. And the teams in front of us are the Rangers. They suck. The White Sox, whatever. They're having a disappointing season. The Guardians, the Angels, and the Red Sox. None of those teams to me are definitively better than the Mariners.
Right.
And they're only, they're all within 3 games. So, this thing is frustrating right now. But we're coming off, like we said, 3 straight series wins. Mm-hmm. This is just a big series right here. We got to go and we can't completely bow down to the Astros again,
No.
Especially in Houston. In Houston, they seem to just take our lunch money.
Yeah. But then, dude, you look at all those teams too, the Red Sox in particular. It's like Trevor Story just personally takes our lunch money, right? We can't let individuals, right?
Byron Buxton,
put these guys on base.
Hey, we did walk Corey Seager yesterday with we were only up 1, and it was in the 10th inning where the runner's already on second base. Yeah. And Corey Seager comes up, and we put him on base to make him the winning run at first base. And at the time, I didn't necessarily like it, but ballsy move by Service, and it works out.
Yeah, dude.
We get the following two guys to pop out in the infield.
Dude, and Diego is looking better.
I like Diego Castillo. I think he, it was only 11 inning sample size. And yeah, his ERA blew up like a balloon, but he's starting to throw the ball really well. His slider is sick nasty, hides the ball really well, and then just fires a slider that breaks off the outside corner, and guys are just flailing at it. So, I think Seawald and Castillo could be nice anchors at the back there.
Yeah.
Seawald is great.
Have we seen much of Steckenrider?
He's down in AAA.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. That seems right. I was wondering. I should have known that, of course, but
we did make a trade though for a left-handed relief pitcher, Ryan Barucki out of Toronto.
Oh.
And we DFA'd Mike Ford.
Yeah.
So everyone's happy.
Yeah. So everyone's happy.
Yeah. We ended up trading a third base prospect.
Oh, that's right. We traded a prospect for the left-hander. Reliever, obviously, right?
Yeah. We needed some help. He is coming in with a 9.8 ERA. So he hasn't been great. But
what kind of help is that, man?
We see some potential in him, Max. It's not. He's not just a number to us.
You know who else we saw potential in? Jared Kelnick.
Yeah. No, I'm going to leave that one alone for a while because I don't want to get too negative.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough. Well, it's Monday. I got meetings. Do we have anything else to chat about?
No. I just think that it was a big week. I'm happy that after, if you guys remember last episode, we dropped the series to the Athletics. We were disappointed. We came back. We won the series against the Astros. We were elated. And then we were talking about what we need to do on this road stand. And I think we did it. We went 4-2. Finish it up here, boys. Let's go to Houston. Worst case scenario that I can accept is taking 1 out of 3. That would still leave us in the positive on the road stand. Obviously, not what we want, but just don't get swept.
No. And then after Houston, the Twins come to town, or is it Boston then Minnesota?
It is Boston and then Minnesota.
All right. Well, I mean, what are the odds that we? Let's get a sweep. Let's get a sweep this week.
And are you talking about against who? Against the Astros?
No, it's not realistic. I mean, like that would be fucking
Well,
sweet.
do you think it's like a better
I
was to say, like, I feel like this team is different going into Houston this time than maybe a few weeks ago. Do you guys feel a little bit more confident, I guess, in them maybe taking 2 out of 3 this time around?
I think we're capable of 2 out of 3 this starting today. I think we need to win the first game.
It's always huge to get the first game.
Yeah. If we don't win the first game, we're probably not going to win the series. But we win today. And we got Robbie Ray on the bump tomorrow, which means who's on the mound?
It's Ray today, and then Flexen, and then Gilbert. So I love our pitchers that are going this week.
Exactly. We got a solid group of boys. Robbie needs to figure it out today. Let's go 6 strong, maybe 2-3 earned runs, and the best.
He's just got to avoid that. He's got to avoid that big inning, man.
Yeah.
It's been every start. Like the 4th inning comes around and he gives up 4 runs.
Dude, but I think we can sweep the Red Sox. I think we can hit Trevor Story in the back, take him out a couple times for a couple games, and then we're good to go.
You know, the Mariners never do that. Like, if you watch like some, National League teams, like, the Mets or something, when they're getting into skirmishes with the Cubs, like these two teams they're like firing balls at each other's chins, and they're like, F you, like, we're coming at you. The Mariners are kind of just dorks. They don't do that.
Yeah. I don't know. We don't really have enough clout Like we don't.
Sometimes you got to steal some clout. Rep,
Yeah.
Real quick, I wanted to say that the Angels, who it was depressing to me early on that they were really good, and it was supposed to be our year, and it looked like it was their year. Mm-hmm. They've lost 11 in a row, and if you look at who they got coming up, they have 4 against the Red Sox, and then they have 3 against the Mets and 2 against the Dodgers. I mean, their next 3 series are really tough, and then they come to Seattle for a 5-game series in 4 days.
Yeah,
dude. What if they are like
so down
on their 17th loss, which would be 18 in a row. What if they come in here with 18 losses in a row? Or even if they do steal one, what if they come in losers of 17 of the last 18 or 16 of the last 18? I mean, we could really bury them with 5 games at home. I would love that.
We could end their season.
No, their season is slipping away right now, and they have 4 tough series in a row.
Yeah.
You got to love it.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather see the Angels in first place than Houston, and Houston experiencing this skid.
Yeah, me too.
But like, it is what it is. We have to rise to the challenge.
Yeah, it was our season this year, and it was really making me mad that the Angels were stealing our thunder.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's F them up. Let's do some damage this week, dude.
I'm ready.
Sound like a plan?
We got to build off of these last 2 series.
Yeah. Amen. Let's go. All right. Well, we are coming at you on Monday. Have a good week, folks. We need some Mariners wins. So do whatever dances you need to do, because we're in business. We're coming at you. I'm Max Schwabe, Chris Zweifel, and Evan Barron. Happy Monday, folks. Go Mariners.